All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, and thanks for dropping by. Guys, as you can see here on the screen, Mr. Ogre's right arm and arm guard, um, they're already finished. Well, what happened was I was recording with QuickTime, and suddenly some kind of weird error popped up, and I lost the recording of that part. So I had to stop it and start it again. I figured I'd just keep on going so as not to make the video run long. Well, during the video, um, I sort of rambled for about an hour about a great many things. But, when I sat down and listened to the recording, I thought a lot of this stuff is inconsequential. So I'll just speed it up and sort of give you guys the cliff notes on it. Um, Not too many teachable moments in here. As you can see right now, I'm masking some overlap stuff, and there was a lot of that going on. If you haven't seen the other parts of the series, well, basically, you can switch over to pixel persona with a vector curve selected and grab your eraser, and then you can mask it rather than actually like destroy it or alter it, with the node tool. And that really helps a lot to both speed things up and gives you a lot of options about the way that you want to draw certain strokes or lines. Um, there was a lot of that happened, and then I talked a little bit about the benefits of using the brush tool versus using the pencil tool. And I can just briefly go over that. The two main points are these. The benefits of the pencil tool, the strengths of it, are that we can set the pressure curve in advance before we begin to draw. We can also do that with the pen tool. We cannot do that with the brush tool. The second sort of strength of the pencil tool that we have is that we can draw out shapes that can be auto closed and also auto filled, right? And that's very useful. I used that I sort of demonstrated that with all the spot blacks in this drawing. I used the pencil tool with auto close to do the spot blacks. And then on the flip side of that, I talk a little bit about the benefits of the brush tool versus the other two tools, the pen and the pencil tool. The thing that I like the most about working with the brush tool is that when you draw out a stroke with the brush tool, it doesn't automatically select it. So it feels much closer to drawing with a raster brush or actually drawing in real life, where you're just looking at the quality of the line in itself and without any other information superimposed on top of it. And that helps keep things really clear, and that helps the flow sort of continue. And if you've got that double tap under your fingers, if you draw an ugly line, you can just double tap and get rid of it and go back and draw the line again. And once you sort of get your hand under your once you sort of get your hand under control and gain greater experience with using the brush tool, you can really use it to great effect to quickly ink out different sections of work. That whole right arm was done with the brush tool, whereas yesterday I was kind of or not yesterday, but a couple of days ago when I first started this project, as you can see on the left hand there, if you remember, I used the pencil tool for most of that. So, I'm just some of this stuff for me is just also experimenting and uh, just loosening up a bit and taking different approaches that I might not normally take, just so that I can get used to the V2 environment. Everything has changed really drastically since V1. I really love taking advantage of the sliders and things like that, and so I'm giving myself every opportunity to sort of experience them and sort of learn about the do's and the don'ts and things like that. Um, yeah, other than that, this session was pretty uneventful. I go through, I ink the whole thing, um, and then in the end, off camera, I go back and sort of adjust the line weights of some of the outlines of the figure and the armor and things like that to just help give things a little bit more robustness and weight and presence in dimension. So yeah, and that's another one of the benefits of working with the vector um, curves. Uh, it seems a bit daunting. It might seem a bit daunting at first, but once you, if you, what you have to do as I think this, what you have to do if you're gonna if you're gonna work in vector is you've got to develop a system, an order of operations that will help you keep things organized enough for you to be able to manage them. And then once you do that, then it makes going back and actually taking advantage of the editability of the vector graphics, it makes all that so much more worthwhile. If you don't have that in place, it becomes untenable, it's a mess, and it can get really frustrating. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the inking, I think. I hope you guys are enjoying this little series. What I'm going to do is uh, I will tomorrow I'll record the colors. I'm not sure if I can. We'll see about finishing the colors in one session. I think I can. Usually the colors go a lot faster for me. I I'm not a terribly sophisticated colorist yet, but I do have some tricks up my sleeve, and you know, I've shown them in other tutorials, but maybe you guys can get a second glimpse at them here if you're actually enjoying this particular series. So yeah, guys, stop back by for that, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe down below. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the little music that I've got going in the background, and just anything, questions, suggestions, requests, put them down in the comments. I'll check them out as soon as I can, and I'll try to make it happen if I can. You guys, thanks again for watching the video. Thanks again for dropping by the channel. Take care of yourselves, keep working hard, and stay positive, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. We'll see you next time. Cheers.